Their upcoming 7 games, candidly.
Let me talk real quick. When will y'all gonna realize Anthony Davis is not a superstar? He never was a superstar. He probably had a 1 year superstar, but really Anthony Davis is not a superstar. If you want to say superstar, then DeMarcus Cousins was the superstar. Because DeMarcus Cousins was averaging 28, 12, 5, and 2 blocks. Anthony Davis was averaging 28, 10, or 11, 3 assists, something like that, and like 3 blocks. Both of them was in the same position, missing playoff every year. Davis just only made it 2 years out of his whole career in Pelicans. Like, Davis is not a superstar, bro. I've been telling dude this. Davis got no impact in games, bro. Back then, he had impact. I ain't gonna hold you. He used to have impact there and there in New Orleans. But he was never winning no games with it. You feel me? He was really just putting up empty stats. Now, when he's on a team, on Lakers now, you can really see Anthony Davis got no impact, bro. He'll get you a couple of blocks like Gobert. To me, Gobert is not a defender, too. Gobert is trash, really, on defense. I don't know how the hell he got 3 defense awards. That's what's Anthony Davis. Anthony AD is still a better defender and shitting a better player than him. 100%. Better player than Gobert. I'm not saying that. But Anthony Davis, AD is not a superstar. He's a star. No, he's an all-star. He's not a star. He's an all-star. He's not a superstar. Not no more. I've been telling people this. Yo, Damian Lillard is better than AD for the past 3-4 years. My cousin, no. You don't see what he doing? You don't see what... I was like, yo, you don't see what Lillard doing? And this is the time when CJ McCollum was out, Nurkic was out, and it was somebody else out. He was holding his team, bringing them to 5th seed, 8th seed, 7th. He was carrying the team. Davis can't do that. That's why I'm trying to tell people. Now they saying, like, yo, what's up with AD? Nah, I've been telling you, AD been like this, bro. To me, Blake Griffin is better than AD. And people been arguing with me. Oh, nah. Like, bro, you don't know. Y'all people, man. Y'all just see stats and see a couple of highlights. Oh, my God. Y'all gas that person up. AD is not a superstar. AD is not a top 10 player. He do got top 5 talent. But he don't use it right. He's not a superstar. He's not a top 10 player. That's all I got to say. I've been telling dudes this.
If you watch them, I'm not sure why they would be favored to win any of their upcoming 78 games, which is what they have left. And so Wendy is back with us this morning, and the great Vince Carter is going to throw down a few.
Thank you, bro. I don't understand. You see, regular people could see this and comment like, yo, AD kind of done. I ain't going to hold you. But they got Westbrook to keep it. Yeah, Westbrook playing horrible. But let's be real. You already knew Westbrook couldn't shoot a lick in the ocean. Westbrook can't even throw a rock in the ocean. That's facts. Boom. Why y'all building a team full of no shooters, though? Last year, y'all built a team full of old heads. You know, in regular season, old heads is not good for old heads. You got to play defense. You got to play young people, and you got to play spacing game, 5 out, fast break every time. Them old heads that's why they was bad last season. They was too old to keep up with them young people. Now they got young people and they got good defense, but they don't got no shooters. Like, y'all people be mad. Y'all can't tell me y'all can't find people in G League, people on free agent. Y'all done gave y'all money up to bums who can't shoot a lick in the ocean. Like, come on. And that's where y'all trying to blame Westbrook. Oh, Westbrook is this. Yeah, Westbrook messing up. You feel me? But Westbrook ain't the big problem. I guarantee you, if AD was playing like a top 5 player, he would have been covering up on Westbrook mistakes. But he's not.
Dunks here. All right, so VC, I mean, it is the most basic thing in this sport. If you can't put the ball in the basket, you have very little chance of winning. Wendy made the point earlier this morning, the Lakers are actually playing good defense. What, if anything, can they do about being unable to shoot?
So it's not much that you could do, and I'm going to say this.
They got this
I think
nigga
it falls to
shooting
AD's
threes.
more so than LeBron. If I just
AD
looked at the
ain't no
stats,
three-point
he had
shooter.
1 free throw attempt.
And AD is not
free
a
throw
great
attempt. So that
mid-range
just
shooter.
tells
He's an
me
okay
everything
mid-range
is jump
shooter.
shot. Everything's not a
I remember people was trying to compare AD to Tim Duncan. I'm like, y'all people crazy. I don't see no comparison. Tim Duncan was a post monster. Loved the post. He'd hit you with a bank shot there and then, but he was a post monster. I would say he was more of a, to me, AD could remind me more of KG. Mid-range. He had a couple post move, but most of his points came from the perimeter, mid-range, between the leg, one dribble pull up, stuff like that. He reminded me a lot of KG than TD.
reps of everything. Your shots are not to the basket. And the reason I say that is if you can get your team in a penalty outside of not being able to shoot the ball, at least you can draw fouls and score with the clock stopped, giving yourself a chance to score other than settling for a jump shot or hoping that you can make a jump shot or whatever the case may be. So I think AD, they need something from AD more so than just 22 points. I think he needs a demand right now. He didn't look healthy.
You're
expecting LeBron to save the day again, which he can do.
AD,
if he's trying to,
AD should be taking up 24 shots a night, averaging at least 29 to 32 points because he got that talent. Ain't no way in hell he's supposed to average 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, and like 3 assists. Yo, to me, AD not even better than Lakers Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol was that dude, bro. Even though Pau Gasol was averaging 18, his impact was there on big plays, on Maury Stoudemire, KG, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan. His impact was there. Him and Bynum. Man, even when Bynum went out, you see they still went to the finals because Pau Gasol was still doing him and Lamar Odom with Kobe. Man, stop it.
Take the day now. What LeBron will you get at the end of the year? Yes, he'll still be there. He'll do it. But will he break down for you at the end of the year if you're trying to make a push?
Oh, yeah, that's what another thing I wanted to say. The bubble feel like a launch. That bubble, I'm going to always give respect to LeBron and AD for that ring. Because even though people call it bubble ring, Mickey Mouse ring, whatever, I'm going to call that a Kobe ring. Because Kobe passed that year. Ain't nobody else should put that ring except for the Lakers. And I'm happy they won that year. Only thing I'm mad about that year, they put Douglas over Melo. Melo should have won that ring that year. They signed Douglas over Melo. Stupid. But that bubble, that Corona, whatever, 19 saved AD's little career, bro. Because AD, guarantee you, AD would have got hurt before that playoff started. The bubble came around, I don't remember, late June, late July. That means regular season was canceled in March, and it came back around June or July. That's 4 months off. AD had time to chill, recover, and all of that. And when the bubble came back, it was only 7 games before playoffs start. So basically, they went straight into playoff. They were just they was in preseason, just getting their body back in shape until playoff came. That's why AD was balling. Because they went straight into playoff. The moment they came in the bubble after 7 games, they went straight into playoff. AD ain't the type of dude to last long with you, bro.
That's a really good
I'm telling
point.
you,
I'm old enough to
AD
remember
last year.
when the acquisition of Anthony Davis meant that LeBron was going to get to be the second best player on the team, and it was going to be AD who sort of took that mantle and carried them. That feels like a very long time ago. So, Windy, all of the fans around the country are wondering, when is the cavalry coming? When could we expect...
That's crazy, too, to think about it. If LeBron still kept his regular team, bro, I think this team would have been dangerous by now. Brandon Ingram, he would get you 24-23. With LeBron getting you 24-25. Kyle Kuzma would have got you 17. You would have Josh Hart getting you 8 rebounds, 10 points, and good defense and good hustle. You would have Zubac from Clippers, the center. He would have got you a double-double, 10-10, and good defense in the post. Well, who else they let go? Caruso, even though Caruso was dead, they should have kept them. Like, bro, they had a team. They had a little core. Lonzo Ball, if If he ain't hurt and stay healthy, he would have got you 12 points, good assists, 8 assists points, and good D. That's what the team LeBron missing right now. It's crazy. He had that, but he quickly chased that for that one ring. He basically sacrificed his team for one ring, then multiple rings. Sometimes you can't be greedy. Sometimes you gotta let that team
We
build.
expect to see the Lakers make some kind of move to shake up this roster.
They don't got nobody to trade but Westbrook.
Well, Brady, the message that the Lakers
Even if they get Hill or Turner, that ain't gonna help.
They are going to try to wait for the big one. They are not necessarily interested in a trade that would make them marginally better, get them to maybe looking at the 7, 8, or 9 seed. They want a trade that would take them up into contention. Obviously, that's hard to do. Obviously, that takes time. And there's not something they could do around the edges. They could make a small move, but we're really talking about the Russell Westbrook trade. And so I would say to you that the vibe from the Lakers is not to expect that, to try to grow internally, to try to figure out lineups that work better, and just don't shoot historically bad. They just
Man,
were
I've
to
been told
shoot
y'all, this
their
is
career
easy.
averages. Their defensive numbers suggest that they would approach being an average team, which quite frankly might be the ceiling for this Lakers squad.
I can see Vince wants to jump in. Go ahead, VC.
I just have one thing to say with that. You run the risk of your locker room separating. You have veterans on your team right now, so you can get away with it and hope that they're going to, say, okay, well, let's stay the course, kind of like you're saying, and just wait or whatever. But you're going to run the risk of, well, you're already starting to see bad body language. You're starting to see your head coach kind of get a little snippy in post-game interviews, and then you're going to have separation in your locker room. Then it's over after that. So I think they're running the risk, and if you're going to do that, you have to just see when it's time to hit the panic button, which I think it is now. When it's time to really hit eject, you have to do it if you're going to do it that way and take this approach.
So that feels like a legitimate concern. We'll get into the Nets a little bit later. Let's just stay on this for a minute because it is the biggest story in the NBA. Here is LeBron James, Wendy, someone that you have been covering since he was in high school, one of the greatest players of all time. This can't be the way he envisions it ending for him. Is there any path to something that looks vastly different from this in Los Angeles that is
A lot
realistic?
of superstars around their 18, 17 years.
Yeah, the path is the 23, 24.
They don't really got a good team.
That's, if the Lakers really want to be honest about it, and I do think
only
they're being
person I
honest
remember
about it
Tim
internally,
Duncan.
their best bet may be to just wait until
They still
Russell
had
Westbrook
Ginobili
falls
Parker
off
when
of the
he retired.
books, have
They
the
got him in
$50
their
million
first
of
round,
salary
second
cap
round.
space, have next year's draft pick. They do have their first round pick. Now, the Pelicans can swap with them, so take away all your Victor Wembanyama hopes. But they could theoretically trade that pick and the Westbrook picks. In the interim, they're just hoping that some of their players get back to shooting their career averages. Because when you look at the numbers, this is almost scary how bad they're shooting. They are a bad shooting team. They will never be a good shooting team. But they are not this bad. And their defense suggests that if they just start shooting somewhat marginal numbers instead of historically horrible numbers, that they should stabilize, Greeny. But it's easy to say that when you're looking at the spreadsheets, and it's hard to say that when you look at these results night in and night out.
VC, give me a final word on this here. Put yourself on LeBron's head right now. What do you think he's thinking?
I'll just say this, and Wendy, you may or may not agree, but LeBron James, since he's been in LA, has done everything for the Laker organization, has saved the day, been the hero, cleaned up their mess for them. When will the Lakers do that for him now, at this point of his career?
LeBron has the reason why
He
Lakers like
had
this.
signed a contract extension before this year, Vince, taking the pressure off this season. He did that. He knew what he was doing.
Really good point. So LeBron has done his piece. It's time for someone else. It's time for some sort of gesture to be done
LeBron
on
is
someone's
ball.
part. Let's see if they've got the right people to do it. Guys, stay close by. We'll get to some of the other NBA storylines. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube.